Number 5, Expendables 3. For me, this is like, I don't really
but
care
that's because you're a big Sylvester Stallone
not even
fan.
Any 90s kid
Rocky.
who's a really good action movie fan, this is like the icing on the cake. It was like a kid at a Christmas tree and he just opened up his box and all his favourite toys were in it. Rambo in it, a Blade in it, you had Terminator in it, Mask of Zorro was in it, Mad Max was in it,
Okay.
Indiana Jones was in it. All rolled
action
into
stars.
one. Expendables was freaking amazing. It had everything. It was funny, it was action packed, and it was just amazing.
You're really passionate about that one.
End of. It's definitely a better film than Fury. The interesting thing that they did with it as well this time was they tried to mix it up, like with the old guys, all the machinery guys, with the new. So they had some new talent in it as well to kind of boost it up a bit. It's like a new team.
Yeah.
I mean, they needed to.
They needed to. You need fresh blood in movies like that. You do.
Ronda Rousey was probably my only negative in Expendables because of how much they watered her down. She's an undefeated UFC world champion, unbeaten, and not only that, every fight has literally lasted like seconds.
It's broken, it's broken, it's broken. Oh! Look at it.
This is what she does to break it.
Oh my god.
Because she refused to tap out.
No. She's an animal.
She's an animal. They showed her half of that in the film. Obviously she was still good in it, but they just watered her down so much. She was just a typical tough girl.
Maybe she would have taken the spotlight off of her.
Nah. Anyway, Ronda Rousey was awesome. They should have done better with her. But apart from that, Expendables was amazing.
Men.
Number 4, Rise of an Empire 300. See, I thought this one obviously didn't sit well with a lot of people, mainly because, like yourself, you liked the first one, and they were all expecting to come again and watch 300 men, 6-pack, all sprayed on and defeating a whole clan of people that just outnumber them ridiculously.
Yeah.
But this is more about tactics and all the fights. It's so clever what they did with the script as well, because it's not an actual sequel. It's a prequel, a midquel, and a sequel. It happens before the 300, during the 300, after the 300. It's so clever what they've done with it, and I just think, as a whole, it's just such a good film to watch. The script was awesome, the directing was awesome, the CGI was just out of this world. Obviously, it was all exaggerated, but that's what 300 is. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that all that put together, and acting was just brilliant. Eva Green was freaking awesome in there. I love this film so much. There wasn't literally a lot that you could pick out of it. So the only reason a lot of people don't actually like it, even though they don't want to admit it, is literally because 300 doesn't have Jared Butler in it.
Yeah.
A prophecy. Sparta will fall. All of Greece will fall.
Number 3, The Drop. Good old Tom Hardy.
No, I didn't see it, and he's my favourite.
It's awesome. I only saw this at the back end of the year, actually, because I actually already had my top 5. Yeah. And then when I saw this, I was like, no, that's in there. That's going straight in. Tom Hardy was just at his best. It was jaw dropping. It was thrilling. The script was really well done as well, because it's actually quite a simple story. It's literally just a guy who runs a bar with his cousin in a neighborhood that's dangerous, and then obviously stuff goes down. Yeah. But you know, it's a straightforward script, but the way it's done, the way it's acted, everything was just brilliant. James Gandolfini was awesome. Tom Hardy was amazing. Tom Hardy was really good film. Really recommend it. Yeah. And it's in my number 3.
I'll watch that.
Well, I'm not the guy that wasted his entire life waiting for it to start.
Why did that?
At least I had something once. I was respected. I was feared.
Number 2, The Equalizer. Denzel Washington.
Haven't seen that yet.
How could you have not seen this? Me and my mate went to see this at the cinema. We walked out just like...
Was it good?
There was just no words.
Was it great?
We couldn't put words to how freaking good we felt when you saw this.
Yeah.
Again, this one has mixed reviews because
Yeah.
of what it is, but you can never please everyone. Like it's awesome in the sense that DiZzeL, obviously, you can't fault his presence on the screen and his acting and what he does with the character. There's this thing where apparently it was his idea, the character has OCD, like serious OCD. He goes out to a pub every now and then, well not, it's more like a cafe, and he takes his own tea bag, wraps it in a cloth, takes his own tea bag with his own spoon, wraps it in a cloth and goes into and sits on there, opens it out, gets a cup, and makes his own tea.
And makes his own tea.
At the cafe. It's just incredible. He sits there and reads a book. Everything he does, he times it.
Wow.
And just it's incredible what DiZzeL does with the character. And because the whole thing is pretty much character driven in the sense that it's centered around his character throughout the whole film. And the action scenes just mind blowing, like gritty, bone crunching, you hear every sound. You know, it's done so well, it's shot really well, directed really well. Antoine Fuqua, hats off. He worked with DiZzeL on Training Day.
Ah. Okay.
So they obviously make a really good combination.
They work
and
well.
they did really well again in this.
Had enough? Because I can keep going. Brick by brick, dollar by dollar, body by body. Or you can call your boss and tell him to shut down his operation tonight.
Number 1, Grand Budapest Hotel.
No, I haven't seen that one either.
You haven't seen any film?
I have. Just
But
not
you've
the
seen all
ones
the terrible
that
ones.
No.
Like
they weren't
Planet
always
of the Apes.
One man's opinion.
Anyway, Grand Budapest Hotel. Cinematic. Just, I can't even put it to words.
I've heard it's
what
really
was
good.
done with this film.
Right, let's hear your opinion. I'm ready. Because I
was
actually
gonna give it
want
anyway.
to watch that film. Go.
It's just wow. It's very different. I guarantee you've never seen a film like it. In the sense of how it's shot, the colours, the acting, even the dialogue. It's just like, who talks like that? Ralph Fiennes is a legend in this. It's amazing what he does. Again, with the character and what the director Wes Anderson does with the whole film. You know, the script, the story, the settings, the art directing, everything coming together.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful cinema.
And colourful.
You know, it's colourful. It's everything you want in a
really
film.
Good.
It looks amazing. It's just that you've never seen any film like it.
That's definitely on my to-do list.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to see this film, and everyone else that hasn't seen it needs to see this film.
Tilda
She's the one that played the.
Okay.
Yeah, Tilda Swinton's in it. Ronan is the one that played Anna.
I've seen Anna.
Yeah, she's
I've
brilliant.
seen it.
She's really good in this. She's got like a scar on her face, which apparently is like the map of Mexico. That's how crazy they went. Like everything is so detailed in this film. It's amazing.
Okay.
Bill Murray's in it.
Yeah, this is on my to-do.
Jude Law
William
is
Dafoe.
in it. Jude Law plays the Willem Dafoe is scary as F.
He's always scary
in this. Like literally just by just being still and just being there and looking in his eyes and just wow. This is where you talk about art.
Yes.
That's what cinema is.
He looks
And
really good.
Grand Budapest is a brilliant example of what it is.
That's on my to-do list.
It's
number 1 if you
absolutely
haven't seen
amazing.
It, go.
Me and the boys talked it over. We think you're a real straight fella.
Well, I've never been accused of that before, but I appreciate the sentiment.
You're one of us now.
What a lovely thing to say. Thank you, dear Pinky.
Some of the other ones that I haven't actually seen at all, that if I did see, I probably would have considered them. They probably would have had a really good chance of breaking into my top 5. Interstellar.
Yeah, that looks good.
That looked really good. I wish I'd seen that, but I just never got a chance. Slim, you saw it. What was it like?
It's fucking...
Matthew.
Go see it in IMAX.
Comment below. Let us know your thoughts and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't miss an episode.
Hello everybody, I'm Lily. Welcome to my show. I'm the king, bitch. Making sure you motherfuckers is ready for me. I'm gonna give you a verdict today.